everyone, welcome to day 3 of science. We are learning about the moon today. Now the moon isn't in this picture, but once again we're going to go over these. The cause of Earth's day and night, so day and night is one rotation. And the reason why we have day and night is because the Earth is spinning, and that creates a day and a night. Here's the sun. We learned about that yesterday. And here's the Earth. When the Earth goes all the way around the sun, it's called a revolution. And one revolution is a year. That would be 365 days that make one revolution. Now last of all, this says seasons. The seasons do not come because they're close to the sun. A lot of people think that. That's not how they come. The seasons come because of going around the sun and the tilt. So really what you want to remember is the tilt. So the sun isn't like this. The sun is tilted. Okay? That's why we have seasons. Okay, if you want to grab your packet, we'll get going on that. Hopefully you were able to watch the moon videos. Let me pull this off. So once again, we're going to write some facts about the moon. You can get your crayons or a pencil, whatever you prefer or want to use. Let's begin. Maybe you have some facts you already know, and you're welcome to write those down. So when I think of facts, the first thing I want to say is the moon. The moon is a dusty rock. I think that's what it's called. I actually had to learn this too. Dusty ball of rock. So the moon is a dusty rock. Okay? Which is kind of interesting when you think of the rocks we have here on Earth, right? So I'm just going to draw the Earth. Okay. The moon. This is the moon. Lots of examples. Okay, another thing we learned is that the moon, it's a name, proper noun, the moon has craters. So I'm going to write craters. And remember, craters are the holes, or the dents. It's not really a hole, but it's like a mark that is imprinted on it. So like here's my moon now.
I need all staff, everyone in the building.
Okay, so I just checked, and moons have craters, but they're not holes. They're like a dent. So it's kind of hard to describe. It's just kind of like a pit, like a hole in the ground, but it doesn't go all the way through. It's just a dent. Okay, so let's continue with our facts. Another thing you might have noticed is the moon doesn't make its own light. So the moon reflects the sun's light. I'll give you a second to write that down if you'd like to. So you could get your crayons and draw the sun over here, and then you could draw the Earth over here. I'll draw the moon blue. And then I'm going to get the Earth, the sunlight, and it's going to go like this. So it's sharing, so the sun reflects off the moon, the light goes off the moon, and we see that light. Okay, another fact could be the moon phases. There are, we'll just say phases. We don't have to write a full sentence. Phases. Has phases. So that means sometimes it's a full moon, sometimes it's a half moon, sometimes it's a new moon, right? Another thing is the moon goes around the sun. the Earth goes around, or orbits, right? Orbits around Earth. Okay, maybe you just want to draw a picture for that. I'm using green as my Earth. And I'll draw my moon. And, oh, another thing is the moon is smaller. I'm just going to write smaller, right? We learned that. The moon is not as big as the Earth. Let's see, what else? Well, and sometimes you can see it in the, during the day. See during day. Okay, so sometimes in the sky, I'm going to draw this like it's the sky. Sometimes we have the sun, and then we can kind of see a little bit of the moon. Not very dark, just a teeny bit. Okay. So you can go ahead and pause this video to finish up your page. When you're done with that, let's turn that over. Okay, so once again, we're going to write some facts about the moon. We're going to write 3 facts. So the first fact I'm going to say is the moon, and the moon is a proper noun, the name, orbits, goes around, that's a fancy word, you can just say goes around, Earth, the moon orbits Earth, that's true. Okay, if I go back here, another thing I could say is, you could say it's a dusty rock, it has phases. I'm going to talk about the moon and the sun. The moon, going to have a full sentence here, the moon, okay, reflects that means it kind of like a mirror, it bounces, reflects the sun's light. So the moon, or you could just write, the moon does not have light. The moon has light from the sun. Okay, and then I'd like you to please write one more, okay? One more full sentence. I don't just want phases. If you're going to talk about phases, you need to say the moon has phases. The moon is a dusty rock. Okay, friends, I hope you enjoyed this little video. I really enjoyed making it with you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.